Yo, 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 what is up? What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Yes, sir. Oh, can I hear that? I can barely hear my hand claps. I got to figure out how to turn that up. But anyway, how's everybody doing today, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another DnL&x Fitness live stream show. Let's go. Yes, sir. Today we got a short but sweet show for you today. Today is a special day, so I don't have much time to do a live stream, but I figured I'd get up over here and jump and do a little something because yesterday we had some crazy, amazing news. I might have to add sound the alarm on that one. We got to sound the horn for that, for real. We had a crazy announcement yesterday if you didn't see. But yes, today is Wednesday hump day for everybody that is at work. If you're on the East Coast, it is 3 o'clock, so you almost there to your 5 o'clock release from your daily job. And if you're on the West Coast, it is noon. You, unfortunately, depending on where you're at, have a while to go. Yeah. But don't worry, you'll get there. You'll get there. I got you. I got you. For a little bit of time, I got you. Just for a brief moment, but then, you'll be back to, stressing. But with that being said, man, if you want to contribute to today's show right there, bam, there's the Cash App, Daniel2888, and the Venmo is Daniel-00. Oh, man, that was a handful. That's a mouthful for me to say on that one. However, if you're on YouTube, do me a favor. If you're on YouTube, if you can, there it is. Hit that like button right there to get the algorithm out. I greatly appreciate it. And know that we're simultaneously streaming on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and Rumble. That is for sure. We're simultaneously streaming on all 4 platforms at the same time. So if you're on any of my social medias, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is, you can just click the link in the bio and you have my link tree that give you everything that you need for sure. Now, one thing is, I wish TikTok would give me a stream key, but it's hard to get a stream key from TikTok if you are a Mac user because for some reason, TikTok does not mess with Mac whatsoever. Nah, if you got a PC, you good. But if you got a Mac, TikTok is like, you know what? You finna jump through hoops and hurdles to get this. And even then, you still might not get it. So yeah, I would be streaming on 5 platforms if TikTok would just figure out how to give a Mac user a stream key. And if you know about getting a stream key for a Mac user, let me know so I can get one and then add another platform to be streaming on so we can just keep this stuff going. Streaming on 5 platforms. We're just going to keep adding and going. Yes. But anyhow, today we got a good show in for you today. Like I said, short but sweet. We're only going to hit 2 topics today. The topic that I do want to hit, though, is actually only the topic that I did want to hit is going to take too long because it's like an hour-long video that we would have to go over. It's going to be a segment. I'll have to break this down into like 7-8 parts when I finally decide to, put this together and do this. It's just hard to do right now because of, like I said, today's a big day. It's my son's birthday and stuff like that. Hey, yeah, that's right. It's my little man's birthday, so I only have so much time I could do today on today's stream. But shout out to him, man. Little man's growing up. Yes, he's growing. He's growing. Yeah, man. Proud dad over here. But yeah, like I said, though, I only got so much time as we have today to get this cracking and get this thing going. And we're just going to go over 2 topics, which will be fitness and AI. Now, in fitness part, as you saw, we're going to see if Donald Trump is natty or not. And this is coming from Coach Greg Doucette, as he's going to be appearing on the show again. Shout out to him and fair use on the video that we're going to go over. He actually kind of raised the question. So I was like, well, hell, let's find out if Trump is natty or not. Let's see. He is like pushing 80 at some point. So man's running around the world, around the globe, going up and down stairs, riding jets and all that. I mean, in your 70s, pushing 80s, bro, you gotta be on something. You know what I mean? You gotta be on some kind of juice. But shout out to him if he is. You know what I mean? Like I say, if you ain't natty, then your pockets are more than likely fatty. That's just my whole synopsis on that. And what do I keep hitting? Something I keep hitting on my microphone, making a noise. There it is. I found it. Yeah, that's my whole little thing. If you ain't natty, your pockets are fatty. So hey, his pockets is fatty, so he might not be natty. But that's just me talking. And then for the AI portion of the show, we're going to jump straight to after that, which is going to basically go over the Google I/O conference that happened yesterday. Bruh, let me tell you, when Google came through with this I/O conference, I accidentally clicked. Well, I clicked on it because I was like, oh, what's this? It popped up on my notification. I sat down, I listened to it, and caught some things that they were talking about. And I don't know if anybody was paying attention to the Google I/O conference. If you didn't, I'm gonna show you today. But I just want you to know that the world changed yesterday. Oh, it changed yesterday. I mean, it abruptly changed yesterday. It was extremely paramount that you see what's about to happen. Google just probably stuck their foot in everybody's ass. I'm telling you, it was serious. If you didn't see it, I'm boy, Google ain't playing. Google ain't playing. Because remember yesterday I showed you about the Fiverr CEO. The Fiverr CEO basically told all his employees at Fiverr, the freelancers, like, hey, your job is basically coming to an end. AI is coming for your job. And he said, even mine. Yeah, he said, even mine. And he sat down and wrote in a thing. He wrote an email he sent out to his employees, and some of them put it on the internet and basically let them know, like, hey, if you're doing stuff in 2024, in the year 2025, you behind. You're behind. I was like, bruh, you're behind? That's not even 2024 wasn't even like 6 months ago. So, you know, I mean, he put a very heartfelt email to his people. And if you look at my last video that I did yesterday, you actually see I read the entire email and how he basically put it. He said, look, like, it's basically a rap ski, and it's going to be a very hard and crucial and pivotal turn that we're going into right now. And you either going to get rolled with it or get rolled over, like straight up. It's going to be brutal. He said it's going to be hard as hell, but will it be worth it? He said, yes, it will be worth it. So pay attention, man, because he wrote that email, and then Google I/O did their 2025 conference yesterday, and boy, oh boy. When I watched that conference, which is probably the first Google conference I ever watched, and I'm glad I did. And at least I didn't watch the whole thing. It was like 2 hours long. I didn't watch the whole thing, but from what I did see, yeah, you're about to see. But we ain't got much time, so we're going to dive right into the show. We're going to go ahead and get straight to the first video, which is going to be the fitness segment of the show. We're going to welcome Coach Greg Doucette to the show, and we're going to go over his video about Trump being natty or not. And we're going to see if this is true and see what his synopsis is on this video. We're going to basically react to his video. So the fair use, Coach Greg, we greatly appreciate you. So let's go ahead and pull you up on the screen and get this thing started. Yes, sir. Let's get it started. Yes, sir. Here we go. And let's change that banner. There we go. All right, so we're going to change the banner. We got right into it. So let's go ahead and see what's going on if Trump is natty or not. Here we go. Let's see.
The President of the United States, Donald Trump. And so hopefully what I'm saying doesn't make it harder for Coach Greg to smuggle in 50 keys of Turk across the border.
Oh, Coach Greg trying to smuggle some keys of Turk. Oh, man. Let me find out Coach Doucette is part of the cartello.
Guys, I'm going to tell you what I think. I'm going to expose a few things as if you didn't already expect that. We already know if he's naughty or not, but is he in fact natural? And so every term, the White House releases the medical reports on the upcoming President of the United States. And so we get to see exactly what are their concerns. Are they healthy? Are they not healthy? And the doctors, they write up a detailed report and an exam. Based on what I'm seeing, it is very likely that for his first term as President of the United States, he was not natural. He was likely on HRT, and for this term, he's actually stopped. And so we're going to go over this and explain why, my reasoning, and so on. And so let's get right into it. Physician to the President, the White House. And so this is for 2018. We're going to go to page 5. And so some of the medications, just so you can see. First medication.
This man got the president's medical. He got his medical exam and his past medical history. Jesus, I didn't know that was public knowledge, but Here we are.
Is rosuvastatin Crestor 10 milligrams daily to lower cholesterol. That is a statin. This means that obviously he probably has high cholesterol. And if you are on testosterone,
understandable,
of course it can raise your cholesterol. But many people who get older, they actually take statins. It doesn't mean necessarily that he's on HRT. And up next is 81 milligrams of aspirin. This is the base.
81 milligrams of aspirin. Jesus, and I think they just hit us with an ad, so we're gonna have to. I hit that button right on time. Oh, they didn't hit us with an ad. Okay, we're good. Let's just keep going. All right, here we go. Whoop, let me get that up. Here we go.
This is an outdated way or method of trying to prevent heart attacks, strokes, and so on. The data just doesn't support this anymore. However, if you previously had an event, like you previously had a heart attack, then by all means. But for Donald Trump, it's unnecessary. And
he good.
Finasteride, 1 milligram a day, commonly given for people to prevent hair loss, especially when on testosterone.
Can you really get well, I can't ask that question if you can get the president's medical history, but he's doing it right now. But we're seeing if all the stuff that he's taking, and I think it would be pretty cool if we had a president that was on TRT. I ain't gonna lie. I really think that would be cool if one of the presidents got on TRT. I mean, maybe I should shoot Trump like a special tweet or something, because he's always on Twitter. He be tweeting his ass off. So I should send him a tweet on Twitter and be like, hey, Trump, go ahead and start your TRT or trend or HRT or HGH. Go ahead and hop on that cycle. And I tell you, could you imagine the president get yoked up and being on some kind of juice? Boy, it's testosterone. He be pissing off countries left and right.
Also, this can help to reduce the growth of the prostate when you're on testosterone.
That's unbelievable.
And so remember, if you're on HRT, especially if you're older, the likelihood of you getting an enlarged prostate, it's very, very high. And so for many people, taking 1 milligram of finasteride, it's actually very beneficial. And next up on the list, ivermectin. Remember when Joe Rogan was speaking to the effectiveness of ivermectin and the social media made it look like he was a moron, that you only give this to horses? I literally smuggled this in from Mexico. The president of the United States was using it.
Can you do that, Coach Greg? Doucette, you saying you just smuggled something in from Mexico and you in Canada? Like, I mean, you ain't just dry snitch on yourself, did you? Well, yeah, you did.
This is a cream that he's using. Some people, they take it in pill form. They swallow it. I have a friend of mine who is actually taking this and prevent a cancer from regrowing. He got the great news that he doesn't have to yet again get surgery. And last but not least, he's on a multivitamin. Now, where did it say he's taking creatine? I believe he should have been on creatine. Obviously, everyone knows the president should be taking GO2 Max and...
Am I tripping?
How is he not?
Was that him?
Obviously, everyone knows the president. Did it say he's taking creatine? I believe he should have been on creatine. Obviously.
Oh, okay, that's him. That's him.
What's wrong with
Jesus.
you? I mean,
sorry. I heard the movement around on the desk and stuff, and I was like, "Am I tripping? Is something around me?" But no, it was this guy. This guy was sitting here moving stuff and trying to show you his. Yeah.
Do I have to come and work out with you in the United States?
Does that make sense?
I'm literally hanging out with the Prime Minister of Malta to announce to the world they're getting gyms free for people born from 2005 to 2007. And so what's your excuse, Donald? When are you going to make gyms free? And so...
Oh, yeah, and don't forget, he's a Canadian. He's in Canada. So, yeah. But hey, get the push for gyms to be free. That would be live.
So the president, he's a friggin' big dude. He's 6'3" and he's 239 pounds. A guy in his 70s, that heavy, that is in fact a lot. It qualifies him as being obese. Not a beast like Eddie Hall, but obese. Eddie Hall, of course, is also morbidly obese.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
And so the first thing I noticed is triglycerides are 129. This is on the higher side. It's certainly not optimal. And so this would indicate he may in fact have fatty liver disease or insulin resistance. Next, LDL 143. Now, this is kind of high, especially when you consider this is with a statin. A statin is going to lower it. And so if he's already on 10 milligrams and he still has has LDL cholesterol this high, well, this is not ideal. And so is it not possible that he's also on HRT? This is causing his LDL to go up, and that the statins are just keeping it at bay. And his hemoglobin, it's 16.1. This is at the upper end of normal. But
I mean, we just need to go ahead and get the president on some kind of juice, man. Get the president on some TRT. Get him on some some HGH. Man, we'll have a hell of a push. I'll tell you what. I mean, you thought he was bad now. Put him on some of that. Put him on some of that good old juice, boy. He gonna cause a havoc in hell. If somebody could convince him to get on some stuff and start working out a little bit, bruh. Could you? Oh my goodness! It would be a hell of a 4 years, 3.5 at this point.
does Bro look like a marathon runner? What do you think causes high hemoglobin levels? A guy on steroids, testosterone, something that's high in androgens. And so unless Bro is living in a mountain, perhaps he's somehow training in secret for the Tour de France and he's training with UFC fighters hiding at altitude, how would he have high hemoglobin? And so fast forward 7 years, we're now in 2025. What changes can we observe? Well, the first thing I see is he's actually lost 15 pounds. This is great news.
15 pounds, that's
His
good.
BMI is lower. He's actually lost some weight. But
Okay.
upon observing his body, does he look like he's lost 15 pounds?
No.
In my opinion, he looks like he's gotten fatter. And so what actually
Nah, he looks slightly younger on this side than he does over here. He looks younger over here.
happened? I do believe that he's lost a ton.
But why he got two different eye colors though? Hold up. Why we got two different eye colors? Time out. Whoa, yo. Buddy got two different eye colors. Look. He got two different eye colors. No way. Somebody gonna say it's the light. I'm just saying, I see two different eye colors. Am I tripping or am I tripping? Let me zoom in some more. Look. See, we got the eye color over here, and we're gonna slide over here, and we got eye color here. Why we got two different eye colors, fam? Why we got two different eye colors? What's goody? What is goody? What's going on?
Fatter. And so what actually happened? I do believe that he's lost a ton
I'm trying
of
to figure out
muscle.
them
And
eye
so when
colors,
someone
bruh.
goes on a diet, most of the time they're going.
No, we can't get past those eye colors. That was serious. You know what I mean? That's serious. How we can't slide past these eye colors. There's no way. No. You know, don't sit here and try to tell me to look at his weight. No, them eyes stand out. These are like the polar opposites. You got blue on this side and red on this side. What is going? And
I
then
believe that he's
the oh my goodness, yo, like this needs to be observed, fam. Like we can't just let this slide. We really can't let this slide. Why my man got two different eye colors, yo? What's going on? Hold up.
he's gotten fatter. And so
Nah, forget the
what
fat.
act-
Why man's got two different eyes? Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh my goodness. Yo. Oh Jesus. Hold on. We got to scream on that one. Give me a scream. Jesus. Hold on. Where is it at? There we go. Scream. What is going on? Yo. Am I the first one to notice this? Come on, somebody tell me something. I know lighting can't be that profound to turn blue eyes to red. What is going on? Jesus Cristo.
actually happened, I do believe that he's lost a ton of muscle. And so when someone goes on a diet, most of the time, their goal isn't to lose a bunch of muscle, they're trying to lose mostly fat. And so when we look back at his medications, notice what is now missing. You see how there's no longer finasteride, what was used to prevent hair loss, especially for people on HRT. He's no longer on it. And remember, Donald Trump is not very young. He's 78. I'm only 49. And so when you're given HRT, especially when you're older, they oftentimes will also prescribe you finasteride. That's because it's going to prevent or help prevent the prostate from getting bigger. When you're older, it's almost inevitable, it's going to happen, and so they're trying to be preventative. Why would he stop? You guys just think, oh, his hair, it's not so bad, and so he's stopping to take finasteride? Do you really think that that is more concerning than your prostate? Is it not possible that he was on HRT, but he decided to actually stop? And so let's now look at his blood work.
Oh, that's a good point. He probably was already on it. And I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, you can't put it past them. You know. I mean, because this dude, Coach Greg Doucette, he's looking into the medical history. So he's like, let me read what's really going on inside of you to see if I can figure out what's really happening. So, I mean, hey, you never know. It could be possible. Again, like I always say, if you're not natty, your pockets are fatty.
LDL. And so notice his LDL before was 143. It's now 51. It didn't go down by 10, 20, 30, 50%. It's almost 3 times lower. The statin hasn't changed. And so what could have changed? Explain it to me. Doctors of the world, write in the comment section, how does one go from 143 to 51 as you're getting older? Most people's cholesterol, when they get older, it gets worse. Has he suddenly lost 50 pounds? Did he start running marathons?
I don't know.
Did he completely change his diet? What happened? Or could he have gotten off HRT? And do you really think that in the medical report, the doctors are going to announce to the world, hey, everyone, hey, president of Bangladesh, the president is on this many milligrams of testosterone, and he's taking Anavar. They're not going to say that.
Nah,
and so what people often do is they lie. Do you really think that the president of the United States is going to give any kind of information out that could, in fact, hurt his reputation? He's not going to admit he's on HRT. Not even the freaking Rock, Mark Wahlberg, bro that plays Wolverine, they can't even admit to being on HRT.
He said Mark Wahlberg. Oh, man. I mean, he's got it again. Like if you are not natty, your pockets are fatty. That's just how that stuff works. They just, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, but I wouldn't think the president would disclose if he was on any kind of performance enhancement drugs, only because of the fact that would make him a target as far as somebody trying to intercept, I guess, a package or trying to add something to his, you know what I mean? Like give him a bad product or something. I mean, I'm pretty sure as a president, his products get tested and checked and all that stuff, but you never know. It's just an extra form of attack if an enemy wanted to infiltrate.
HRT. And so remember, Donald Trump's family doctor was fired for announcing that he was taking finasteride.
Oh,
and so imagine
I
what
didn't know
they
that.
would do if they were to announce, oh, hey, I want to say his exact dose, 100 milligrams of test a week. Do you really think they're going to give this information? And so if Donald Trump were actually taking Turk Builder Max, if he asked me to, I'm not going to tell you the secrets. And so is the release for the natural stuff like vitamins? I don't even take creatine.
Are you taking supplements?
Yeah.
Creatine?
No creatine. No, just natural, everyday vitamins, things of that nature.
Creatine's natural, but yet LeBron James, an elite level basketball player, one of the best players in the world, he couldn't admit to taking creatine. Now, I get it. Perhaps LeBron's trying to get a hold of Turk Builder Max.
Stop it.
Notified 3 hours before it goes back on stock so that you can get it before it sells out. Last launch, suddenly 14.5. What explains this drop? Was he formerly training at altitude and has now decided to come back down to earth to touch grass, if
Possibly.
you will? Or
that's a strong
did he just
possibility.
stop using HRT? Which do you think is the easier answer?
He was training at high altitudes and now he's touching grass again like a regular human being. Yeah, that's what it is. Don't try to sit here and undermine this man's athletic abilities. You never know. You never know. He probably was training at high altitudes. He probably was way up there in the Colorado Alps, looking at the Continental Divide in one of the mountains. Had him a nice little tenderoni there, you know what I mean? Somewhere in the age range of in her 20s, nobody knows about, you know what I mean? Not even his wifey. He's out there getting the training of his lifetime, and then that juice was pumping through his veins, and he was out there just clapping some 20-year-old woman while he was up there lifting weights and getting his swole on like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I mean, come on, give the man a break.
All right, now hear me out.
I'm listening.
When you take finasteride, it lowers your PSA, your prostate-specific androgen. Now, back 7 years ago, his PSA was 0.12. He's now cut out his finasteride, and so what would you expect? The PSA would go up. It went down. It's now 0.8.
Oh, see? We over here talking about the old president if he's natty or not, and they want to stick a Gold's Gym thing in front of us. Because did you notice I just said Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then they hit us with the freaking Gold's Gym ad? Yeah, they think they slick. They think they're slick. You know, they listening to us. But anyway, let's continue.
And so perhaps he didn't go off of HRT. He simply lowered the dose.
Yeah,
and
why not?
All the while told his doctor, yo, I'm the president. Let's not tell people I'm on finasteride. And if you mention I'm on HRT, you ain't gonna have a job.
You're fired.
You are working for the White House. We keep secrets. You can tell them I'm taking a multivitamin and some aspirin. I don't care. But you're not going to tell them that I'm on deletestrol, testosterone, and so on. You're not going to tell them anything. Let me know in the comments section. How many of you think that a 78-year-old man, one who has to travel the world...
Yep, this is what they say. Trump got on gear and they was like,
probably still wants to enjoy his time with women, if you know what I mean.
thank you. Didn't I just tell you he was up there in the Colorado Alps looking at the Continental Divide with a nice little 20-something-year-old tenderoni just up there just... And then out there getting his weightlifting on, trying to look like Arnold. I told you.
Why wouldn't he be taking testosterone? You think Jeff Bezos is natural? Mark Zuckerberg? Do you think all the leaders of the world, guys with billions of dollars, do you not think they're trying...
He said Mark Wahlberg earlier, didn't he? I don't know. But hey, if this stuff enhances your mental capabilities like the Limitless pill... Oh no, your boy D. Elliott might have to hop on board. If I can get that limitless pill effect, I just may have to hop on board. I'm just saying.
Optimize their health, and do not think that if they could be even 1% better. Remember, this man was literally grazed in the ear by a hard object. I don't know if I can say the word. Do you not think that that would cause a certain level...
Grazed in the ear by a hard object. Pause, coach. Pause.
...of stress, that would increase his cortisol, and do not think that that would lower his testosterone. And so why would the president be natural? Think about it. Do we see his LH or his FSH? Do we see his levels of testosterone? We don't see the full records. They give us what they want to give us.
You have a very good point, Coach Greg. I have to give you that one. That's a good point. Blew my mind on that one. You're right. We don't get to see his test levels. We don't get to... That's true. That's true. Okay. All right. All right. I think we're building up a pretty good case here. I think Coach Greg is thinning through. He's pretty good. Coach Greg Doucette. I'm going to call him Coach Doucette. I know another Coach Greg, so I'm going to call him Coach Doucette. I think he's making some valid points. It's very, very valid points. I got to give him credit.
Remember, these kind of doctors, they're worried about their careers. And so, of course, they're going to glaze the president. Oh, he has excellent genes. Yeah, for height. Height is all right. And yeah, excellent genes concerning the fact that he's obese, 220 plus pounds, 6'3", and that he's still with us. And so, yeah, I'll give him that. His genes are all right. But he says if he were to change his diet, he'd probably live to be 200. I mean, when you're a doctor, don't you have to give somewhat accurate information? I understand that he's exaggerating, it's hyperbole, but could he not say the doctor has excellent genetics? If I could get him to eat in a calorie deficit and lose perhaps 20 or 30 pounds, he would be significantly healthier.
Yeah.
I would prefer if he wasn't on a statin, if we could get his cholesterol in check without it. But I believe as his doctor that he should eat in a calorie deficit and purchase Coach Greg's cookbook.
Oh, stop it.
Click the link in the description.
Oh, stop
seizing my freaking testosterone. Ding.
All right, bro. You lost me on that one. But, you know, we're going to give Coach Doucette the round of applause because he did a phenomenal job on explaining that. Whoopsie. Not that one. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah. That was for sure a interesting take. I may have to turn my head. You know what? Let me turn my headphones around. Hold on. Let me turn my headphones. I feel like... I think that would be better because I keep hearing my this cord. It keeps hitting the little bitty thing right here on the microphone, so it's making a loud whatever noise. And sorry for the headphone gang if you heard that loud buzzing noise in your ear, but it'll be okay. My bad. I apologize. Uh-oh. Hopefully it doesn't do it again. If it does do it again, we got to figure this out. But yeah, so I guess we got. I guess Coach Doucette has a point. I think there's a good chance that the president might not be Natty. That's wild. He might not be Natty. You know, I never thought about that. I didn't think. I mean, 78 years old, and of course, you know, the TRT trend or HGH, whatever it is, going to hit you a little bit differently. You're talking about enlarged prostates and stuff like that. Sheesh. But you know, they only give out what you want to have, what they want to give you. So we didn't see his test levels and all these other things they mentioned. So, you know, it could be that the man might be on some gear. You know, I mean, he might not be hitting the weights with the gear. He just might, you know, might do like lightweight, high reps, but it's not going for the aesthetic look for it, but it's going for probably the mental. Because, you know, I would assume that it gives you that limitless pill feeling whenever you're on, you know, gear like that. That's my assumption. That's just my assumption. I don't know yet. However, if I find out that it does give you that limitless pill effect, I'm gonna probably have to indulge more than likely. Yes, I will. I don't care what nobody say. I will be right up on that train because that feeling right there, boy, oh boy, I got to feel that one. Pause. Anyway. So we just found out if if Donald Trump was natty or not, and it seems like that he's not natty. That is crazy to find out. So hey, more you know, the more the more you know. Exactly. So yeah, Trump is not a natural, allegedly, and you know we probably understand that that's why he's still ticking, moving around, roaming the earth at 78 years old, doing his thing, killing it. So shout out to him, man. Round of applause to you. Yes, sir. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and slide on over to the next segment of the show. I think I kept hearing like a little bitty noise in the background when I had it on this side, so I don't know. It was just kind of bugging me, so I had to go ahead and switch it back. But I guess we'll live with the fact that it's going to be hitting the microphone, but we'll be okay. We got it. All right, so we got, how much time we got left? All right, I think we're pretty good on time. We should be okay. All right, so for the next portion of the show, we're going to slide on over to our next segment of the show, which is going to be the AI portion of the show. And we're going to go right in on and talk about this Google I/O 2025 conference. We're going to probably look at a highlight video that speaks on the conference. Now, this conference showed a bunch of things that Google's rolling out this year as far as using AI type things and AI tools. And it's, man, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. We're just going to pull the video up and we're going to dive right into it and get straight to this, because this right here was something to see. I think everybody needs to be aware and see what's going on, because Google changed the world yesterday. Yes, they freaking did. They changed the world. I mean, bruh. I mean, Mr. Chow can tell you better. It was serious.
You having a bad day? Did you die?
I got shot.
But did you die?
But when you listen to what he did actually talk about, or what Google actually did present, there is a probability that a lot of people might face that fate as far as the new upgrades to AI. Yes, it's going to be a hell of a move moving forward. So without further ado, we're just gonna hop right into this bad boy right here. Let me go ahead and refresh the screen just to make sure that they don't come back and hit us with a freaking ad as soon as we jump on. But man, when you see the new text to video prompt that they have coming up, where I've done videos on how AI works out, right? So I've done videos on how you can do a text to image, right? So you text the image, you make your image, you generate your image. You can use your face, or you can generate an image for you using a prompt text to image. Then you take the image and you take that image and then you put a prompt in to go to video. So now the image you created can now go to video. And then from the video, you then turn around and, what is this? Okay. And then from the video, you then turn around and you can make the video, from image to video. You can take the image, make it a video, and then the video will show it like moving and talking, but it's not talking. It's not actually having a voice yet. Then you got to take that video and then place a voice over it and add talking to it. we had a one-stop shop. Man, wait till you see what this stuff can do. It's mind-blowing, and it's gonna change so many industries, and it just did it overnight. So let's not wait any longer. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Let me change the banner real quick. Let's get this banner changed over. We got that changed over. Let's dive into the Google I/O 2025 conference. It's going to go over the keynotes that it had. So, you know, some of the things may be cool to talk about, some you might skip past, but let's just go ahead and dive into it. It's like a 30-minute video, so it's a lot we're going to cover. It's going to be the remainder of the show, and we're just going to see exactly how Google just changed the world yesterday. So here we go.
Morning, I learned that today is the start of Gemini season. I'm not really sure what the big deal is. Every day is Gemini season here at Google. Our 7th generation TPU, Ironwood, it delivers 10x the performance over the
Fair use, fair use, fair use.
previous generation and packs an incredible 42.5 exaflops of compute per pod. And it's coming to Google Cloud customers later this year. Introducing Google Beam, a new AI-first video communications platform. An array of 6 cameras captures you from different angles. And with AI, we can merge these video streams together and render you on a 3D live feed display. With near-perfect head tracking down to the millimeter and at 60 frames per second, all in real time. The result, a much more natural and deeply immersive conversational experience. In collaboration with HP, the first Google Beam devices will be available for early customers later this year. We've been bringing underlying technology.
So basically, basically with the Google Beam, it looks like they turned a regular meeting or whatever into, it looks like a 3D monitoring system.
Technology from Starline into Google Meet. That includes real-time speech translation to help break down language barriers.
Let me turn on speech translation. It's nice to finally talk to you.
Es bueno hablarte finalmente. No puedo esperar a alquilar tu casa.
Te vas a divertir mucho y creo que te va a encantar. You're going to have a lot of fun, and I think you're going to love visiting the city. The house is in a very nice neighborhood and overlooks the mountains.
And today, we are introducing this real-time speech translation directly in Google Meet.
Jesus, there it is. So now we can have meetings with people in different languages across the world, and it can happen in real time. Now, the only thing I'm curious about is whenever they were having that conversation, when she was speaking in English and it translated to Spanish and vice versa, was that voice over, you know, was the translator voice, was it overbearing both of the people conversing, or was the translator voice only being heard by the person who could hear the translation? You know what I mean? So if it was only heard by the person who could hear the translation, that'd be cool. But the voice was overbearing to the person speaking a different language, and the translator voice was on top, that would be kind of a nuisance, but nonetheless in real time.
English and Spanish translation is now available for subscribers, with more languages rolling out in the next few weeks.
Oh, and just remember, when everything is done with AI, it's all based on a subscription-based model. So everything is subscription-based. So yeah, if you are a big wig conglomerate company, if you got endless amounts of bread, all of this is available to you at your fingertips, and you are going to fly by, and your wealth gap is going to increase like none other.
And real-time translation will be coming to enterprises later this year. We are starting to bring it to our products. Today, Gemini Live has Project Astra's camera and screen sharing capabilities, so you can talk about anything you see.
That's a pretty nice convertible.
I think you might have mistaken the garbage truck for a convertible. Is there anything else I can help you with?
What's this skinny building doing in my neighborhood?
It's a street light, not a building.
Why is this person following me wherever I walk?
No one's following you. That's just your shadow.
Gemini is pretty good at telling you when you're wrong. We are rolling this up.
Man, wait till the AI start cussing you out. Like, you, what if it said, "Hey, you dumbass, that's your shadow." That'd be funny. Wait till the AI gets sick of your nonsense.
To everyone on Android and iOS starting today. We also have a research prototype for iOS when you're wrong. We are rolling this out to everyone on Android and iOS starting today. we also have a research prototype, Project Mariner. It's an agent that can interact with the web and get stuff done. First, we are introducing multitasking, and it can now oversee up to 10 simultaneous tasks. Second, it's using a feature called Teach and Repeat. This is where you can show it a task once, and it learns a plan for similar tasks in the future. We are bringing Project Mariner's computer use capabilities to developers via the Gemini API, and it will be available more broadly this summer. Then there is the Model Context Protocol introduced by Anthropic, so agents can access other services. And today we are excited to announce that our Gemini SDK is now compatible with MCP tools. And we are starting to bring agentic capabilities to Chrome, Search, and the Gemini app. Let me show you what we are excited about in the Gemini app. We call it Agent Mode. Normally, you'd have to spend a lot of time scrolling through endless listings. Using Agent Mode, the Gemini app goes to work behind the scenes. It finds listings from sites like Zillow that match your criteria.
Wow.
And uses Project Mariner when needed to adjust very specific.
Okay, so basically they're showing you right now doing this. This is going to be eliminating real estate agents.
Filters. If there's an apartment you want to check out, Gemini uses MCP to access the listings and even schedule a tour on your behalf. An experimental version of the agent mode in the Gemini app will be coming soon to subscribers. Personalization will be really powerful.
Caramel.
Good Lord, why they do that? So yeah, it looks like right there they are attacking the real estate agents right there. So the real estate people are not really going to be needed anymore because AI is going to wipe that out. That's one of the industries is going to wipe out. But let's keep going. Here we go. Oh, wait, hold on. I got Buddy muted. Here we go.
Personal context, powerful. We are working to bring this to life with something we call personal context. With your permission, Gemini models can use relevant context across your Google apps in a way that is private, transparent, and fully under your control.
Private my ass.
You might be familiar with our AI-powered smart reply features. Now imagine if those responses could sound like you. That's the idea behind personalized smart replies. Let's say my friend wrote to me looking for advice. Now, if I'm being honest, I would probably reply something short and unhelpful. Sorry, Felix. But with personalized smart replies, I can be a better friend. That's because Gemini can do almost all the work for me. Looking up my notes in Drive, scanning past emails for reservations, and finding my itinerary in Google Docs, Gemini matches my typical greetings from past emails, captures my tone, style, and favorite word choices, and then it automatically generates a reply. This will be available in Gmail this summer for subscribers.
Gemini Flash.
For subscribers. All about that moolah. It's a subscription-based economy. Jesus, everything is under subscription. Nothing is a one-time buy.
Is our most efficient workforce model. Today, I'm thrilled to announce that we're releasing an updated version of 2.5 Flash. The new Flash is better in nearly every dimension, improving across key benchmarks for reasoning, code, and long context. I'm excited to say that Flash will be generally available in early June with Pro soon after. But you can go try out the preview now in AI Studio, Vertex AI, and Gemini app.
We are also introducing new previews for text-to-speech. These now have a first-of-its-kind multi-speaker support for 2 voices, built on native audio output.
This means the model can converse in more expressive ways. It can capture the really subtle nuances of how we speak.
It can even seamlessly switch to a whisper like this.
This works in over 24 languages, and it can easily go between languages.
So the model can begin speaking in English, but then ये हिंदी या किसी भी और भाषा में switch कर सकता है. And switch back, all with the same voice.
You can use this text-to-speech capability starting today in the Gemini API. Second, We've strengthened protections against security threats like indirect prompt injections.
Uh-oh.
So Gemini 2.5 is our most secure model yet.
Allegedly.
And in both 2.5 Pro and Flash, we're including thought summaries via the Gemini API and Vertex AI. Thought summaries take the model's raw thoughts and organize them into a clear format with headers, key details, and information about model actions like tool calls. Finally, we launched 2.5 Flash with thinking budgets to give you control over cost and latency versus quality. So we're bringing thinking budgets to 2.5 Pro, which will roll out in the coming weeks along with our generally available model. You've seen something like this before, right? Someone comes to you with a brilliant idea scratched on a napkin. I am going to add the image I just showed you of the sphere.
Okay.
And I'm going to add in a prompt that asks 2.5 Pro to update my code based on the image.
Okay.
And I'm going to jump to another tab that I ran right before this keynote with the same prompt. And here's what Gemini generates. Whoa. We went from that rough sketch directly to code, updating multiple of my files. And actually, you can see it thought for 37 seconds. And you can see the changes it thought through, and then the files it updated. But what if it talked? That's where Gemini's native audio comes in.
That's a pangolin, and its scales are made of keratin, just like your fingernails.
2.5 Pro is available on your favorite IDE platforms and in Google products like Android Studio, Firebase Studio, Gemini Code Assist, and our asynchronous coding agent, Jules. Jules can tackle complex tasks in large code bases that used to take hours, like updating an older version of Node.js. It can plan the steps, modify files, and more in minutes.
Wow.
So today, I'm delighted to announce that Jules is now in public beta, so anyone can sign up at jules.google. Gemini Diffusion is a state-of-the-art experimental text diffusion model.
So coders are becoming obsolete. Everybody can use the coding. Oh, man. So there goes that industry.
The version of Gemini Diffusion we're releasing today generates 5 times faster than even 2.0 Flash Lite, our fastest model so far, while matching its coding performance. So take this math example. Ready? Go. If you blinked, you missed it.
Today, we're making 2.5.
If you blinked, you missed it. And yeah, that's to anybody who has a child, just word of advice. If you have a child and you're helping them with their schoolwork, please use stuff like this. Use ChatGPT, use Gemini, use anything that they're mentioning. Use these to help you with your child learn these equations and things like that, to break it down so they can know how to show their work. Have your child read a book and then give yourself a 20-question quiz on that you can quiz your own child on for the book that they read out of the library. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and you can literally be your child's teacher. There's no reason why you can't.
Pro even better by introducing a new mode we're calling Deep Think. It gets an impressive score on USA Mode 2025, currently one of the hardest math benchmarks. We're taking a little bit of extra time to conduct more frontier safety evaluations and get further input from safety experts.
The all-new Whoop.
They got me again. Whoop, though. There's a new AI thing going on right there, so I want to check that out too. But yeah, so as you can see, there's huge upgrades and huge advancements in Jules. That's the one I got to look into. I got to put that over here on my tab. Jules Google. I got to see that for sure, because yeah, it's a coding agent. So if you don't know how to code, it doesn't really matter anymore. I mean, the AI is doing the coding for you. So yeah, you might want to get on board and learn how to do prompt engineering and generative AI as a basic concept to be able to move forward with all this stuff. So that's just my 2 cents. But let's continue and get this going. So let's keep going with this right here. This is crazy. And do pay attention. Prompts. Knowing how to ask the machine a correct prompt is damn near everything.
As part of that, we're going to make it available to trusted testers via the Gemini API to get their feedback before making it widely available. Gemini is already the best multimodal foundation model. but we're working hard to extend it to become what we call a world model. This is our ultimate vision for the Gemini app, to transform it into a universal AI assistant. This starts with the capabilities we first explored last year in Project Astra, such as video understanding, screen sharing, and memory. For example, we've upgraded voice output to be more natural with native audio. We've improved memory and added computer control. Let's take a look.
I think I stripped this screw. Can you go on YouTube and find a video for how to fix that?
Of course. I'm opening YouTube now.
Wait a minute. Did it see what he was doing?
It seems like I need a spare tension screw. Can you call the nearest bike shop and see what they have in stock?
Yep. Calling them now. I'll get back to you with what they have in stock.
Hey, any updates on that call?
Yep. I just got off of the bike shop. They confirmed they have your tension screw in stock.
It called the bike shop for him? That's fucking bananas. Did it really call the bike shop for him? That's crazy. I have to try this. I literally have to try this. I'm so going to try that out today.
We've built AlphaProof that can solve mass Olympiad problems at the silver medal level. Co-scientists that can collaborate with researchers, helping them develop and test novel hypotheses. And we've just released AlphaEvolve, which can discover new scientific knowledge and speed up AI training itself. In the life sciences, we've built Amy, a research system that could help clinicians with medical diagnoses. AlphaFold 3, which can predict the structure and interactions of all of life's molecules. And Isomorphic Labs, which builds on our AlphaFold work to revolutionize the drug discovery process with AI. And will one day help to solve many global diseases.
Okay, so then we just looked at one thing that got rid of assistants. You don't need an assistant anymore. So if you have an assistant, if you're assistant anything, your shit is done. Then he's went on to the sciences. So he's going in on all different scientific type jobs or whatever the case may be, or different type of scientists. And he's just basically saying we got AI agents for each of those tasks that scientists can use. So scientists are going to be narrowed down. Every industry is either going to be eliminated or narrowed down to a small community group of people who can dominate with AI.
As people use AI overviews, we see they are happier with their results and they search more often. For those who want an end-to-end AI search experience, we are introducing an all-new AI mode. It's a total reimagining of search. With more advanced reasoning, you can ask AI mode longer and more complex queries. In fact, users have been asking much longer queries, 2 to 3 times the length of traditional searches. And I'm excited to share that AI mode is coming to everyone in the US starting today.
Soon, AI mode will be able to make your responses even more helpful.
Bro.
With personalized suggestions.
Yo, hold on. Ma'am.
Soon, AI mode will be able to make your responses.
Ma'am, we have to hit up a dentist pronto. Come on, sweetie. You can't be out here making money like that and got teeth like that. Come on, sweetie.
Is even more helpful. With personalized suggestions based on your past searches. You can also opt in to connect other Google apps, starting with Gmail.
Whoa, it's the Capital One Bank app.
Oh, crap.
That's me.
No. See, they hit us again with another ad. Don't you worry. We're going to get through this really, really quick. So, yes. And as this goes along, my opinion is to go in and put in a tab or something while you're watching this and go check out to see if these things are able to be used. Because I'm actually doing that right now as we speak. I'm looking up opening different tabs, and I just typed in Google AI mode, and right now it says search whatever's on your mind and get AI powered response. I'm turning it on right now, so now I get to sit down and try it, and I'm gonna be able to use this stuff and see how well it works. So be sure that you actually implement and try some of these things as they go on and talk about it. But let's get back into the video. All right, here we go and continue. We are almost halfway.
And you can choose to connect or disconnect it at any time. Now, this is always under your control. And you can choose to connect or disconnect it at any time. Personal context is coming to AI mode this summer. You already come to search today to really unpack a topic. But this brings it to a much deeper level. So much so that we're calling this deep search. It reasons across all those disparate pieces of information to create an expert level, fully cited report in just minutes.
So I'll ask,
Show the batting average and on-base percentage for this season and last for notable players who currently use a torpedo bat. I get this helpful response, including this easy-to-read table. I can follow up and ask, how many home runs have these players hit this season? Search figured out that the best way to present this information is a graph, and it created it. It's like having my very own sports analyst right in Search. Complex analysis.
Goodbye, ESPN. See you later. That's what that just did.
And data visualization is coming this summer for sports and financial questions.
Oh, man. So you no longer need anybody who's a financial advisor, sports analysis, all that stuff. Wipe clean. That industry is gone.
I'm excited to share that we're bringing Project Mariner's agentic capabilities into AI mode. I'll say, find 2 affordable tickets for this Saturday's Reds game in the lower level. Search kicks off a query fan out, looking across several sites to analyze hundreds of potential ticket options. Search helps me skip a bunch of steps, linking me right to finish checking out. We're taking the next big leap in multimodality by bringing Project Astra's live capabilities into AI mode. We call this Search Live. It's like hopping on a video call with Search.
We are introducing.
Hey, go ahead and hop on Google right now, type in Google AI mode, turn it on, and get ready to start using it. This is my advice. I already turned mine on. You should turn yours on. Hop on it.
A new try-on feature that will help you virtually try on clothes. I really like this blue one. I click on this button to try it on. It asks me to upload a picture, which takes me to my camera roll. I have many pictures here. I'm going to pick one that is full length and a clear view of me. We built a custom image generation model specifically trained for fashion. Wow, and it's back.
Bruh, no fucking way. She literally took a picture of her in her photo book and now she can demo her with any outfit on. Goodbye, modeling industry. That's a wrap. Literally put her in a new outfit to see how she looks in. What's this called? I'm gonna try this one too. That's crazy.
The AI model is able to show how this material will fold and stretch and drape on people. And let's assume the price is now dropped. When that happens, I get a notification just like this. And if I want to buy, my checkout agent will add the right size and color to my cart. I can choose to review all my payment and shipping information, or just let the agent just buy it for me. With just one tap, Search securely buys it for me with Google Pay, and of course, all of this happened under my guidance.
Wow.
Our new visual shopping and agentic checkout features are rolling out in the coming months, and you can start trying on looks in labs beginning today.
We're launching 5 things today. First, let's talk about Gemini Live.
Okay.
Now, as Sundar mentioned, Gemini Live now includes camera and screen sharing, both of which are incredible. All of it is rolling out free of charge in the Gemini app on Android and iOS today.
I gotta get it right now.
In the coming weeks, you'll be able to connect Gemini Live to some of your favorite apps, like Calendar, Maps, Keep, Tasks. So soon, you can just point your camera and ask it to add an invite to your calendar, and it'll be done. Starting today, Deep Research will now let you upload your own files to guide the research agent. So let's say you have this incredible detailed report. How do you get all that brilliance distilled down into something digestible, engaging? This is where Canvas comes in. Canvas will now let you transform that report with one tap into all kinds of new things, like a dynamic web page, an infographic, a helpful quiz, even a custom podcast in 45 languages. But if you want to go further, you can vibe code all sorts.
So I wonder if I can make my podcast go in 45. I mean, I don't wonder. I know I can now, but yeah, change this over and do it into the 45 different languages. So use this AI and just take it to the next level.
Amazing things in Canvas with as much back and forth as you want. We're introducing Gemini and Chrome. The amazing part is that you can use this and it understands the context of the page that you're on automatically. So if you have a question, it can be answered. We're starting to roll out Gemini and Chrome this week to to Gemini subscribers in the US. Starting today, we're bringing our latest and most capable image generation model into the Gemini app. It's called Imagine 4, and Imagine 4 is so much better at text and typography. In the past, you might have created something that looked good, but adding words didn't always work just right. So check this out. Maybe I want to create a poster for a music festival. We'll make the Chrome Dino the big headliner. Imagine 4 doesn't just get the text and spelling right, it's actually making creative choices, like using dinosaur bones in the font, or figuring out the spacing, the font size, the layout that makes it look like this great poster. It's 10 times faster than our previous model, so you can iterate through many ideas quickly.
Wow.
Who's coming in the driveway?
Man, that is freaking crazy. Jesus. I don't even know what to say. I told you, this conference that they put on, it literally basically changed the world overnight. This conference that they put on just basically was like, look, we just changed the world and people better catch on quickly, or they're going to find out in the next 6 months that their world has been turned upside down and they don't even know it. And they even got to like some of the other stuff that I caught on. This is still new to me from what I've seen. I haven't got to the part where I picked up and started watching the conference. So wait till we get there. Let's continue.
These are incredible, but sometimes you need motion and sound. Today, I'm excited to announce our new state-of-the-art model, VO3.
Here it is.
VO3
this is crazy.
Comes with native audio generation. That means that VO3 can generate sound effects, background sounds, and dialogue. Now you prompt it, and your characters can speak. Take a listen.
They left behind a ball today. It bounced higher than I can jump.
What manner of magic is that?
Wow.
Pretty cool, right? VO added not just the sounds of the forest, but also the dialogue.
This ocean, it's a force, a wild, untamed might. And she commands your awe with every breaking light.
Starting today, Gemini Live capabilities are free and rolling out across Android and iOS.
We recently launched Lyria 2.
So understand that what they just showed you with VO3, that's a text to video. So they typed in a prompt and all of that came true. The sound effects, the dialogue, the script. They didn't even have to type in the script. It was just put in there. Man, that's so goodbye Hollywood, goodbye news, goodbye everything. Like all the stuff that you watch for entertainment or anything like that can be fully replaced. And if we have time after this, I'll dive in deeper and show you what it can do.
Which can generate high fidelity music and professional grade audio. The music is melodious with vocals in solos and choirs. As you hear, it makes expressive and rich music.
Jesus. Wow. Goodbye,
Lyria 2
music.
is available today
Music artists.
for enterprises, YouTube creators, and musicians. Right now, it's not easy for people or organizations to detect AI-generated images.
Nope.
2 years ago, we pioneered SynthID, which embeds invisible watermarks into generated media. Our new SynthID detector can identify if an image, audio track, text, or video has SynthID in it, whether it's in the whole piece or even just a part. We're starting to roll this out to early testers today. We teamed up with visionary director Darren Aronofsky and his new storytelling venture, Primordial Soup. Together, we are putting the world's best video generation model into the hands of top filmmakers. The first of the partnership's 3 short films is director Eliza McNitt's Ancestra.
We filmed really emotional performances, but then generated video we could never capture otherwise. I want the baby to be holding the mother's finger.
Just the bliss of the two of them.
Yeah.
For every creature that came before you, from every star that died, so that you could begin.
So when you're making a video, it will use ingredients you give it, characters, scenes, or styles, and keep them consistent. Or
You can direct VO, giving it precise camera instructions, and have it shoot along a specific path.
We've been building a new AI filmmaking tool for creatives. We're calling it Flow. And it's
okay, so this is also something that is mind-blowing as well, but just keep in mind that everything that they're rolling out, just think of how fast this is moving and how many industries and jobs are going to be eliminated. So that's why I want you to think about this, because we just saw so many industries and jobs get wiped away in the next 2 years. You better get a hold of this and understand how to utilize this and use this and figure out how to create the life that you want.
Launching today. Let's drop into a project I'm working on. Our hero, the grandpa, is building a flying car with help from a feathered friend. These are my ingredients: the old man and his car. We make it easy to upload your own images into the tool, or you can generate them on the fly using Imagine, which is built right in. If I want to capture the next shot of the scene, I can just hit the plus icon to create the next shot. I can describe what I want to happen next, like adding a 10-foot-tall chicken in the back seat, and Flow will do the rest. The character consistency, the scene consistency, it just works. And if something isn't, quite right, no problem. You can just go back in like any other video tool and trim it up if it's not working for you. But Flow works in the other direction as well. It lets you extend a clip too, so I can get the perfect ending that I've been working towards. Once I've got all the clips I need, I can download the files. I can bring them into my favorite editing software, add some music from Lyria, and now the old man finally has his flying car. So I'm excited to share that we're upgrading and 2 AI subscription plans today. We will have Google AI Pro and the all-new Google AI Ultra. With the Pro plan, which is going to be available globally, you'll get a full suite of AI products with higher rate limits and special features compared to the free version. Then there's the Ultra plan. The plan comes with the highest rate limits, the earliest access to new features and products from across Google. It's available in the US today, and we'll be rolling it out globally soon. So if you're an Ultra subscriber, you'll get huge rate limits and access to that 2.5 Pro Deep Think mode in the Gemini app when it's ready. You'll get access to Flow with VO3 available today. And it also comes with YouTube Premium and a massive amount of storage.
Ever wondered what?
Golly, that's crazy. So basically, man, if your pockets are right and you are lined up correctly, your workflow, the way you're going to be flowing across, you're going to be a super powerful one-person bandstand to be able to use the AI to just push you forward. And my one thing that I was kind of curious about, the way he did that flow with the video, I'm kind of curious. I actually want to try this on one of my workout videos on my YouTube channel. I want to see, I can take an image of me or basically use a video of one of my workout videos and then try to see if I can type in prompts of different workouts that I do and see if AI will generate a workout video similar to what I've already done. I'm just curious to see if it's gotten to that point yet to be able to generate a workout video of me doing a workout video without me doing a workout video. That's going to be interesting to see. Now, of course, I don't know if you know this, but whenever you use AI, things like this, they cost credits. So, it's just, there's a cost factor, but I just want to see if he can do it. And man, this is going to be a game changer. Oh, wait, let me get this pulled back up for you because we've already got back. So let's go ahead and pull this finish up. We got 10 more minutes or less than 10 minutes left this video. So let's finish up.
It comes with YouTube Premium and a massive amount of storage.
In the coming months, we're bringing Gemini to your watch, your car's dashboard, even your TV. But what about emerging form factors that could let you experience an AI assistant in new ways? That's exactly why we're building Android XR. From headsets to glasses and everything in between. We believe there's not a one-size-fits-all for XR, and you'll use different devices throughout your day. For example, for watching movies, playing games, or getting work done, you'll want an immersive headset.
Oh my goodness, no. They got to the Black Mirror phase in life. Oh, they hit us with the Black Mirror. Scream, scream. Oh my goodness, they hit us with Black Mirror. No. Oh man, hey, if you have a child, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, if your child is under 10 years old or even 10 years old or 10 years old or under, like their future life, the future of their world is going to be this right here. This is what they're gonna understand. This is what they're gonna comprehend. This is what they're gonna know. They don't know any better. This is what they're gonna see. So get ready, buckle up.
But when you're on the go, you'll want lightweight glasses that can give you timely information without reaching for your phone. We built Android XR together as one team with Samsung and optimized it for Snapdragon with Qualcomm. Let's start with Gemini on headsets. This is Samsung's Project Muhan, the first Android XR device. Muhan gives you an infinite screen to explore your apps with Gemini by your side. With Google Maps in XR, you can teleport anywhere in the world simply by asking Gemini to take you there. You can talk with your AI assistant about anything you see and have it pull up videos and websites about what you're exploring. Imagine watching them play in the MLB app as if you were right there in the stadium.
What?
While chatting with Gemini about player and game stats. Samsung's Project...
That's it. There it is. That's that one right there. That right there. You can put that on your head and you can literally go anywhere in the world with your goggles on. We have literally hit the point of no return, but we've hit the point of, if there's a movie called what is it called? Is it, oh my gosh, I forget the name of the movie. It's an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. It was about cloning. However, really, we're not even gonna just talk about that movie. Any movie that has to do, really, just look at Black Mirror. I'm just gonna stick with Black Mirror. We've hit the point of Black Mirror. We're there. We're there.
Muhan will be available for purchase later this year. Let's turn our attention to glasses. Glasses with Android XR are lightweight and designed for all-day wear, even though they're packed with technology. A camera and microphones give Gemini the ability to see and hear the world. Speakers let you listen to the AI, play music, or take calls. And an optional in-lens display privately shows you helpful information just when you need it. These glasses work with your phone, giving you access to your apps while keeping your hands free. All this makes glasses a natural form factor for AI. Let's see how they work in the most hectic environment possible right now, backstage at I.O.
Well, it looks like he's wearing them right now. If you look at his glasses, it looks like he has them on.
Whoa, it's the Capital One Bank.
Oh, well, that's not it. Hold on. We got to get out of this ad right now. But yeah, he looks like he has his glasses on right now. And the glasses like this have been out for years. You know what I mean? But right now, this updated version that they're putting out right now, this is taking it to the next level. And yeah, you're about to see the difference between the haves and the have-nots. That's basically what they're showing. So people who have, we're going to start seeing people who, you know, if you got money, we're going to know just by you how like much you use the AI. And if you don't, it's going to be that obvious, that blatant, you know what I mean? The haves and the have-not is where we're at. But let's go ahead and see these glasses go to work. So let's go ahead and check this out. So here we go.
Everyone. Right now, you should be seeing exactly what I'm seeing through the lens of my Android XR glasses. Like my delicious coffee over here, and that text from Shram that just came in. Let's see what he said. All right, it's definitely showtime, so I'm gonna launch Gemini and get us going. Send
I wonder if
Shram
you could
a text
live
that I'm
stream with
getting
those on.
started, and silence my notifications, please.
Okay, I've sent that message to him and muted all your notifications.
Perfect.
Oh, hey, Nishta.
Hey, Dieter.
I see the lights on your glasses, so I think it's safe to say that we're live right now.
Yes, we're officially on with the I.O. crew.
Hey, everybody. It is pretty great to see I.O. from this angle. Nishta, you promised me I could get my own pair of Android XR glasses if I helped out back here. So what do you say?
Of course. Let's get coffee after this, and I'll bring you those glasses.
Awesome. We'll see you then. Good luck.
Thank you. As you all can see, there's a ton going on backstage. And is that pro basketball player Giannis wearing our glasses?
I love it. This feels like both of my hands for double high fives.
Nice. Let me keep showing you guys what these glasses can do. I've been curious about this photo wall all day. Like, what band is this, and how are they connected to?
And the lag is not my computer. It's just naturally lagging with the glasses. I mean, so that's how they're going to be at first. But yeah, that's where we're at.
This place.
Rock and shows at Shoreline Amphitheater, which are often seen as homecoming shows for the band.
Gemini, what was the name of the coffee shop on the cup I had earlier?
That might have been Bloomsgiving. From what I can tell, it's a vibrant coffee shop on Castro Street.
Great memory. Can you show me the photos of that cafe? I want to check out the vibes.
Definitely. Do these photos from Maps help?
Oh, I know that spot. It's a flower shop as well as a coffee shop, but it is downtown.
Oh, she's on stage.
Okay, Gemini, show me what it would take to walk here.
Getting those directions now. It'll take you about an hour.
Okay. I can get some steps in, and these heads-up directions and a full 3D map should make it super easy.
That's, man, that's
Go ahead
crazy.
and send Dieter an invite for that cafe and get coffee at 3 p.m. today.
I'll send out that invite now. Enjoy the coffee.
As you saw, Gemini helped Nishta search what she sees, remember details like the coffee
Look at that.
shop, book an event.
The image you're seeing behind them is what is the image she sees with her glasses. That is freaking crazy. Golly, that's wild.
Even navigate, all without taking her phone out of her pocket. I'm even wearing the glasses right now too.
I thought so.
They're my personal teleprompter, and I have prescription lenses so I can see you all. Okay, Nishta, this is a big moment for glasses. Let's capture it.
Yes, get ready for a quick photo, everyone, and let's bring out our star.
Here comes Finta.
All right, Gemini, take a photo for me. All right, Gemini, take a photo for me and add it to my favorites.
That looks amazing. Sundar showed what's possible with live chat translation earlier. Let's see what that's like on glasses. This is a very risky demo, but we're going to give it a shot.
All right.
Nishta and I are going to speak to each other in our mother tongues. Nishta's going to speak Hindi. I'm going to speak Farsi, very poorly. And you'll see the feed from both of our glasses back here. And so you can all follow along. We'll show an English translation in real time.
Okay.
Okay?
Here we go. Let's see.
Let's give it a shot. Fingers crossed. بسیار خوب. حالا میتونی ببینی حرفای من ترجمه میشن از فارسی به انگلیسی.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. अब मेरी पूरी दुनिया खुल जाती है और मैं सब कुछ समझ सकती हूँ आसानी से.
حالا میتونی با همه آدمای دنیا صحبت بکنی و برای مامان و بابام ببخشید. فارسی من خیلی بده. See, we said it's a risky demo. We're taking our partnership with Sam.
Well, even though that was a risky demo and it didn't go the way they wanted to, I give them a year. I give it a year or two, no more than that, and watch that be polished clean and be able to just like just seamlessly just be able to communicate in a different language easily.
Samsung to the next level by extending Android XR beyond headsets to glasses. Our glasses prototypes are already being used by trusted testers, and you'll be able to start developing for glasses later this year. Gentle Monster and Warby Parker will be the first eyewear partners to build glasses with Android XR.
Today you've heard a lot about ELO scores, benchmarks, and state-of-the-art performance. But I know there's one metric you've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
Our AI counter. So let's take a look at one last leaderboard.
What we got? What is
Looks
this?
like, I guess we have a new entrant. Gemini takes the lead, coming in at 95. On a more serious note, here's everything we've announced today, from new launches and product expansions to glimmers of what's to come. The opportunity with AI is truly as big as it gets. And I can't wait to see what amazing things we'll build together next. Thank you.
Jesus, yo, let's go ahead and give them a round of applause for that one right there, because that's going to change the game. Sheesh. Wow. So Google came through because people were saying that, Google's not going to be, used anymore, or Google's kind of behind the curve or not, whatever. They just came through with this right here, and that's going to change the game. Not just Google being like the leader of everything, but just AI in general. If they stepped it up to this level, everybody's going to have to step it up. Or behind the scenes, everybody already knew that this was coming and probably surpassed them or just took leaps ahead of them. But the competition for AI is going to be fierce, and as you can see how amazing and how rapid, how crazy they're moving. But pay attention, because industries and jobs, a lot of jobs are going to be obsolete. You're no longer going to be needed. And just like the email I read from the Fiverr CEO, who basically said, like, look, you have to be proactive. This reactive stuff, waiting on a job to give you something to learn, like, you're going to have to be reactive and pitch and be creative. You know what I mean? So that's why I always sit down and say, hey, sit down, look at the AI, play with it, learn it, understand how it works, learn machine learning, learn prompt engineering, learn generative AI, get yourself familiar with these things so you'll be able to communicate with it and understand how it works, because that's the main thing. You need to understand how it works, not just to talk to it to where it learns you. You need to learn it. But yeah, man. So I'm really under the impression that yesterday, man, the world changed, because when they came out with the VO3, and you can basically do any kind of video content. You know what? Let me go to that real quick. Let me show you a few things that VO3 made. That's what I said I would do. Here's one. So here we go. Let me run through this real quick. Check this out. So VO. Check out what they did. This ain't real. This is AI. This is VO3. Here it goes.
This is how you start. You find a tree and you just punch it down. Okay, so this is how you start. You find a tree.
Galaxy ain't ready for this corner store lore. Spitting quasar heat. What you waiting for? Galaxy ain't ready for this corner store.
And what are you doing next?
I'm going to sell enterprise software in SF.
And what are you doing next?
These are all AIs I'm showing you. None of this is real. So just keep that in mind as I'm going through showing you all this. Every single last one of these things are VO3. This is all AI.
We can talk.
We can talk with accents.
Oh, I think that would be marvelous. Right?
Yes, it is very fun. But
yes, it is very good.
It's very fun.
I can talk.
No more silence.
Yes, we can talk.
We can talk with accents.
Oh, I think that would be marvelous. Right?
Yes, it is very fun. But
yes, it is very good.
It's very fun.
I can.
We can talk.
No more silence.
Yes, we can talk.
We can talk.
We can talk.
We can talk with accents.
Oh, I think that would be marvelous. Right?
Yes, it is very fun. But
yes, it is very good.
It's very fun.
I can.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Whoa!
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Oh my God.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck?
This ocean, it's a force, a wild, untamed might. And she commands your awe with every breaking light. This ocean, it's a...
So I went to the zoo the other day, and all they had was one dog. It was a Shih Tzu.
This is all AI, VO3. This is all AI. Nothing is real.
So
and like I said, they use the prompt. So if you can see it up here, this prompt is what they used. And it added the music, the sound effects, the wing flapping, the bird song. All of it is added to now with text to video.
They left behind a ball today. It bounced higher than I can jump.
What manner of magic is that?
Do you think we are in VO3?
If you cannot tell, does it matter?
Do you think we are in VO3?
If you cannot tell, does it matter?
According to this old sea chart, the lost island isn't myth. We must prepare an expedition immediately. According to this old sea chart, the lost island isn't myth. We must prepare an expedition immediately.
Bruh. Yeah. This is it. And here's one more. Check this out. Good Lord. Here we go again. Another ad. But we're going to look at that last one real quick and I can just show you some more. But that's really it, though. Like, VO just changed the game completely. VO literally just changed the game completely. I mean, Google came through yesterday with that conference. And when I saw this, I was like, bruh, it's over.
Do you think I am real?
I'm Isaac Newton. I'm here to say gravity's the force that makes things sway.
So I went to the zoo the other day, and all they had was one dog. It was a Shih Tzu.
I can't believe this VO3 thing can do dialogue now.
Ah! A talking muffin!
I don't know if you can see this.
Wow. What the hell is that? Sound effects. A war movie. Jesus.
Okay,
we saw
so this is how you...
Wow. I like VO3. I had never seen something like this.
My God. All your animated cartoons.
This is our signature dish, the lamb, which has been cooked slowly and is absolutely delicious.
This is insane.
You just had to make them angry, didn't you?
They deserved it, Mitch.
Yo, check my neck.
I'm the giraffe, yo, and I am so tall.
You're just a round, dumpy little ball.
This is amazing.
Now this takes some elbow grease.
Hey! Watch it, lady. I'm trying to rise here.
That was pretty cool. That really was.
Did you know that Jason Calacanis was an early investor in Uber?
On the beach, ChatGPT drifts away. Gemini surfs the wave today.
Man, this is crazy. Like oh my goodness.
So what do you think of Google I.O. today?
Squeaks?
Same.
Yeah, we're gonna end it on that one right there. Yeah, Google I.O. that conference that they did today, insane. Shout out to them, man. Wow. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's show. Hopefully you enjoyed the show that we put on today, man. Thank you for everybody that came and checked out the show, man. So hopefully you can get a good understanding on basically how the world has changed drastically, and hopefully you use it to your benefit and use it to your advantage, and don't allow it to put you behind the loop and basically you'll become a victim to the circumstances that are coming in the future, because that's really where we're at right now. Ain't nothing else I can tell you. But with that being said, man, we'll probably be back on tomorrow. Actually, we will be back on tomorrow because I do have to do not a recap, but basically I have to expound on yesterday's show that I did when we did the theory of banking. I'm going to actually do another video that's going to give us the timeline from which they skipped from 1920 to 1940. And we're going to watch those videos and kind of see if a particular individual was able to see what was to come in today's future. But with that being said, we're out of here, man. We'll catch y'all later. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Baby, I'm obsolete. Pockets chunky like cottage cheese. Real nigga, I just gotta be. Smoking weed that don't gotta see. Used to be a hustler prodigy. I love when people say they proud of me. I'm eating good, smoking broccoli. Taking over blocks like Monopoly. Only fuck the ones that's my policy. Most of these hoes trying to cause a scene. Like niggas mad they not on the team. See, I got bread, then buy the dream. The game on lock, and I got the keys like Jay.